I only put YouTube Wild in obviously so I can get some love. I want to react to this because how Flappy Bird ruined its creator's life. I used to play this game like all the fucking time in school and shit. So I'm really trying to understand like what happened. I know they took it off the store and shit. Took a whole bunch of other shit going on, but let's get into it.
Guy made the world's most popular mobile game. It made him into
Yes,
a
sir, made niggas
millionaire,
mad and
but
everything
also
else.
ruined
People
his
was
life.
fucking
Almost
raging.
10 years after the game's release, it still haunts him. Let's find out why.
What?
Meet Dong Nguyen, a programmer from Hanoi, Vietnam. In 2013, Dong spent his days programming location devices for taxis and making video games whenever he had free time. Mobile games were especially interesting to him, but he felt as if they were too complicated and busy. As a result, he founded a video game company.
Man, you see these fucking mobile games that be coming out on the bum ass ads with the fucking escape shit. Like, there's so many damn games you can make and just get rich off of a fucking mobile game. But let's continue.
Called Dot Gears and got to work making his own games. His first mobile game, Shuriken Block, was about as simple as it could
I never
get.
heard about
Block
this.
shurikens from hitting people by tapping the shurikens when they appear. You have 3 lives, and every time someone gets hit, you lose a life. But Dong wanted to go even simpler. That's when he dreamed up the idea of Flappy Bird. Tap anywhere on the screen to make the bird fly up, and don't hit the big green pipes.
Yo, what's y'all highest score on Flappy Bird? What is y'all highest score on Flappy Bird? Be honest, cause I think I got like 100 the one time or some shit.
It was the perfect mobile game. You could learn how
hop
to
on
play
that
in less
right now
than
and
30
start
seconds,
snapping.
but it could take hours, maybe even days of time to become skilled
Motherfucker
at.
used
The
to
average player could
raging.
barely get a score higher than 10, so it was perfect to be played in short bursts
Yo, if
of
you got a
time,
score
like
of 10,
when
you're
commuting
garbage.
or waiting in line. And the game was completely free. Kind of like how pressing the like button on this video is
We not doing that. We not doing that. But I would like if y'all dropped a follow though. No bullshit.
completely free. Anyway, combine all that with nostalgic Nintendo-inspired graphics, and
That's
Dong
fire.
had an absolute home run. But it kind of flopped.
Flappy
In
flopped.
Bird's first few months, it received almost no downloads. It took 5 months before the first tweet about it was ever made. The tweet simply said,
Bro, see, Twitter be getting your shit out there, bro. Twitter literally blows your shit up. Fuck Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird. The game seemed pretty much dead
That's
on
funny.
arrival, and the only person to ever tweet about it seemed to hate it. But somehow, just a month after that tweet, Flappy Bird started seeing some impressive growth. It was receiving thousands of downloads every day, seemingly out of nowhere. Before the end of December, it was one of the top 50 games on Apple's App Store. By
Yo, this is during the time when niggas was in school throwing their phone and shit across the room. I remember this. This is a very vague time. Motherfuckers was not having it. I promise you that.
the end of January, it hit rank 1. Soon after,
What?
popular YouTuber PewDiePie made a video about
Shit
the
better
game,
than Raid
causing
Shadow
it to receive
Legends.
another massive surge of downloads. By the start of February, the game had over 50 million downloads, earning Dong $50,000 a day through the advertisement
Yo, you know what a nigga could do with $50,000 a day? What the fuck?
that would display at the top of the game. Now,
50 bands?
how could this happen?
Wanna
To
see
this
this.
day, Dong and really everyone else doesn't know for sure. It's the same way games
Twitter
like
blew
Minecraft
that shit
blow
up.
up without any advertising, and how Among Us took years before it was discovered. Regardless, Dong was
Yo, how long has Among Us been out? Let's see this shit real quick. You're lying. And so new content to be added to Among Us. You're telling me we didn't find Among Us until 2019? We didn't find Among Us until 2020. And this game came out in 2019. Yo, we are some bots. I'm not gonna even cap. Like, that's real bot material right there.
Regardless, Dong was on top of the world. He had accomplished every independent game developer's biggest dreams,
Six,
but he
seven.
was absolutely miserable. At first,
Why are
Dong
you
loved
miserable?
the success of Flappy Bird. He used his newfound fortune to do 2 things: purchase a new Mac and take his friends out for dinner. Dong
Good shit. You shouldn't spend all your bread on that, but nah, good shit. Take care of your family, your friends, whatever, the people that are actually close to you, and do your own thing.
is a very quiet person who tends to keep to himself, and as you can see,
he didn't
doesn't
like the
spend
fame.
much. As a result, he didn't even tell his parents about the game despite still living with them. They found out about his
How the fuck you not telling your parents and you got a fucking...
success when the local news began reporting on it. But what most people didn't
They exposed his ass!
realize is the more popular Flappy Bird became, the more Dong's misery increased. The media was reporting about Flappy Bird nearly non-stop. First, you had traditional news media who were obsessed with the addictive nature of the game. People all over the world were playing and trying to beat their friends' high.
Bro, okay, here's another point I'm gonna make, right? Bro, I remember people were like trying to get this shit banned and stuff. Like, bro, people were going through it. I think it's gonna get to that point. He's kind of dragging it along in the video. Obviously, he has to explain and stuff. I'm gonna have to clip it later on YouTube. But no, literally, like, I don't think y'all understand how big this shit was.
high scores, even if that meant hours of doing nothing but Flappy Bird. News outlets would claim that the game was dangerous,
Nigga, what?
addictive, and to avoid it like the plague. Games journalists also seemed to hate this game with a passion. They called it lazy, accused Dong of using ripped assets from Super Mario games, and used—
Yo, they was on the Roblox wave before these niggas even happened. They was talking about you ripping assets. You're taking assets from my game. Yo, they is on dick. See how people start acting when you got something good?
pretty much every excuse they could to tear him down. There were even rumors floating around that he paid for fake reviews and downloads to boost the game to its success. Even when Dong turned off his computer, he couldn't escape. I mentioned earlier that the local news in Vietnam had ran a story about Flappy Bird. That story was just the beginning. Soon after, his face would appear all over Vietnamese newspapers and television. Reporters and paparazzi began showing up to his house and—
Bro, I called it. He's a dude that likes to keep to himself. Fucking niggas just started invading his privacy. That is terrible.
Wouldn't leave. But all of that abuse was nothing compared to the messages he received on social media.
Not
Players
Twitter.
began tweeting Dong about how addicted to the game they were. He received messages from school teachers and parents about how their kids wouldn't stop playing, which—
How is that his fault?
More like a parenting problem to me.
Yeah.
When people began tweeting him horrifying things like this,
Get your
Dong
kid in
began
check.
to think that he was actually hurting people and felt burdened with guilt. And
Go back. What'd that just say? Flappy Bird has ruined my life. I've been playing it for 8 hours straight and I swear my eyes are bleeding. Then get the fuck off the game. It's just a game. Take care of yourself first. I don't make the game.
began to think that he was actually hurting people and felt burdened with guilt. In actuality, whoever
Yo,
made that
imagine these
tweet was
motherfuckers playing
hopefully
Elden Ring
joking,
nowadays,
but Dong
bro.
took it
They
seriously.
would not be able to get
In
through
an
that
interview
shit.
with
I'm calling
Rolling
it right
Stone,
now.
he showed the interviewer some of the worst messages.
Not hard, but like,
people
these
claimed that they had
dumbasses.
lost their jobs, a mother had stopped talking to her kids, and my
Whoa. How you just stop talking to your kids?
favorite, 13 kids at my school broke their phones because of your game.
What the fuck did I say? What did I say? Niggas was breaking their phones over this dumbass shit.
And they still play it cause it's addicting like crack. If 13 kids broke their phones over Flappy Bird, they have much bigger problems than just video games. But Dong believed them because when he was a kid, he struggled with video game addiction. He failed tests in high school because he played Counter-Strike instead of studying. And actually, like I said earlier, a lot of these tweets and messages were probably just weird jokes that Dong didn't understand. After all, Dong is from Vietnam and English wasn't his first language, so it was probably difficult to discern when people were joking or not. For a while, he spent all day, every day, responding to hundreds of tweets criticizing him and his game.
That's so sad, bro. Like, you from a different country, you don't know what's going on and shit. Like,
you could tell by what Dong started tweeting in late January that all this negativity was really starting to weigh on him. He wasn't able to sleep, focus, or even go outdoors. As a result, on February 8th, he made a big decision. He would be removing Flappy Bird from the App Store.
he removed it. Wow. I thought they took it off. Wow. Bring that shit back, nigga. You better be like, hella bread. What are you doing?
Google Play Store in 22 hours. From the time of that tweet to the game's removal, it received over 10 million downloads. In total, Flappy Bird had been downloaded 90 million times before its deletion. But now, Flappy Bird's saga was over. Or was it? Dong continued to receive hate about Flappy Bird, but this time it was for removing the game. People went as far as sending him death threats, telling him to leave up the game. Rumors spread that Dong wasn't removing the game because of its addictive nature or all the attention, but that he was being sued by Nintendo. It got so
What the fuck? Denies killing Flappy Bird with legal challenge. Yo, Nintendo was on that bullshit trying to take this nigga game down because they had a Mario pipe. Nigga, you haven't used that asset in like 50 years, bruh. I think you're good.
Crazy that Nintendo had to issue a statement saying that they weren't suing. As time went on, people became so desperate to play this game that those with copies of it even began trying to sell their phones.
That's down terrible. Yo, somebody actually probably bought this shit too.
And tablets on eBay for thousands of dollars. And people were actually buying them. Although eBay did delete most of the listings before they could actually be shipped out. Regardless, Dong felt relieved to have most of the attention off of him, because a new storm was brewing in the background.
Oh god.
Whenever something becomes popular, imitations always follow.
Minecraft.
And in Flappy Bird's case, imitations followed like a flock of birds. No, I can do better. 10 flocks of birds. Basically, what I'm trying to say is there were a lot of imitations. After the original was taken down, a new Flappy Bird clone was being uploaded every 24 minutes.
Literally, there's so many
shitty
versions.
100 games on the App Store were Flappy Bird clones. You had had games like Floppy Bird, Tappy Bird, Flappy Turd, Flappy
Flappy
Cat.
Turd!
You get the point. There were a lot. It got so bad that Apple and Google had to start rejecting any new clones.
Niggas
Then
is rejecting
something
them?
very strange happened. Dong started tweeting again in March saying that Flappy Bird would be returning, but not anytime soon. It would be a new and improved version that he said would be less addictive. If you ask most
What do you
people,
mean less
this never
addictive?
actually happened.
You just tapping
Flappy
the
Bird was
screen.
never re-released. But it did re-release. Sort of. Flappy Bird's
Sort of.
Family was released exclusively for the Amazon Fire TV on August 1st,
That's some
2014.
bullshit. You telling me I gotta get an Amazon TV just to fucking play Flappy Bird's Family? Not that I'm gonna actually do it, but imagine if somebody actually wanted to go out their way to do this dumbass shit.
Essentially, it was regular Flappy Bird, but with new multiplayer modes, and for some reason, these strange
That's hard.
ghosts that protect eggs. With the re-release out of the way, Dong had bigger plans for his game company. He'd already quit his job after Flappy Bird's original success,
I quit.
and the team of people he assembled started working on new games. Over the next few months, we saw the release of Swingcopters and
Ooh.
Swingcopters 2, and later in 2017, he helped develop Ninja Spinky Challenges. Since
Yo.
then, Dong has sort of drifted back into the shadows. All of his games are gone from the App Store,
Super
and the
Bowl
ones on Google
juggling.
Play haven't been updated in almost 2 years. Since the release of Ninja
Swingcopters.
Spinky Challenges, he's also only had 2 public appearances. During his latest one in
Damn.
November of 2019, he visited with students at his old university for a few hours. He talked about how with Flappy Bird, he exchanged maturity for success, and even though
That's sad. That's a lot of shit. Like, even like, okay, what he means by that, right? Obviously, if probably people are not watching his shit maturity, right? That's how I feel right now. Like, I just turned 19, right? Got a full. You really just gotta like boss the fuck up and not care what the fuck happens. You just gotta keep pushing. Thug it out.
he has over $1 million, he isn't ready to retire. Instead, he's
What you
using his
mean?
money for good and funding some of the university students' projects.
That's a
Meanwhile,
nice
He's also
dude.
working on another game with his company. I'm hoping
Nah, that's a W video, bro. At least we know what happened to him. I've been actually like trying to wonder about this shit for a while. But this is for the YouTube plug. Obviously, it's not for Twitch. Shit, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Hit that shit, nigga. Other than that, I'm out. Fuck y'all.
that maybe
Stop
one
it.
day